Good afternoon, folks. Be right with you. I'm just setting up for the show. Today we're discussing 6 things that people um, get all wrong about long-term care. So that is today's discussion A. So please join me for the presentation. I may give me a few minutes to set up, please. Okay, folks. Here's a summary of the main points from the article. 6 things many people get all wrong about long-term care. Common misconceptions about long-term care. The article highlights widespread misunderstandings that can lead to financial hardship, emotional stress, and family strain when long-term care is needed or when long-term care arises unexpectedly. Survey highlights conducted by Harris Poll for Nationwide Retirement Institute surveyed 1,324 adults aged 29 plus with household incomes of 75,000 plus, revealed fears and misconceptions about aging and long-term care planning. Give me 1 second. I gotta get this apart. Key misbeliefs identified. While the article doesn't list all 6 points directly in the preview, it emphasizes that many Americans underestimate the cost and likelihood of needing long-term care, fail to plan adequately, assuming Medicare or family will cover it, don't understand the emotional and logistical toll on caregivers. Takeaway: proactive planning is essential to avoid being caught off guard. The article encourages readers to educate themselves and prepare financially and emotionally for potential long-term care needs. Would you like me to break down each one of the 6 misconceptions in detail or help you design a culturally responsive long-term care planning framework? Here's a detailed breakdown of the 6 misconceptions from the article. 6 things many people get all wrong about long-term care. 1. Wrong family can always take care of you. Reality: over 40% believe it's their family's responsibility, but caregiving is often unsustainable. Impact: 80% of home care is unpaid, with caregivers, mostly women, spending 20 hours plus a week and 300 $372 per month out of pocket. Emotional toll: 40% fear caregiving costs will prevent them from retiring. 2. Wrong Medicare will cover long-term care. Reality: Medicare only covers short-term skilled nursing or rehab, not custodial care. Implication: many are shocked when they discover they must pay out of pocket or rely on Medicaid, which has strict eligibility. Reality: about 70% of people over 65 will need some form of long term care. Misjudgment: many people underestimate both the likelihood and the duration of care needs. Wrong misconception here. Wrong. Nursing homes are only option. Reality: long-term care includes home care, assisted living, adult day services, and more. Preference: most people prefer aging in place, but don't plan for alternatives. Here's the misconception, folks: it's too expensive to plan for. The reality is that the reality is, folks, that while the costs are high, early planning is essential. Insurance savings, Medicaid strategies can reduce burden. Okay, then here's the barrier misconceptions: prevent people from exploring affordable options. Okay, here's number 6. This misconception: wrong. Long-term care insurance isn't worth it. Reality: nearly 40% say they'd buy long-term care insurance to avoid burdening family. Okay. Then you've got the nonsense, which is policies vary widely. Some even allow family members to be paid caregivers. That's true in some instances. Yes, it is true. Okay, then the bottom piece here for this page: would you like to co-design a culturally responsive long-term care planning guide that integrates caregiver support, financial, literacy, and community-based alternatives? I'd love to help you design one. Certainly. Here are real-world examples to illustrate each of the 6 misconceptions about long-term care based on the article in broader contexts. Okay, 1. Here's the misconception. I'm going to read it for y'all. Family can always take care of you. Example, Maria, a 68-year-old with early dementia, relies on her daughter for daily care. Her daughter, a single mother working full time, struggles to manage caregiving, work, and parenting. After 6 months, she's emotionally burned out and financially strained, having spent hundreds on supplies and missed work. Okay. Two, misconception. Second one, wrong. Medicare will always cover long term care. Example, James, 72, assumes Medicare will pay for his assisted living after a stroke. He's shocked to learn Medicare only covers short term rehab with no long term care, insurance, and limited savings. He's forced to spend down assets to qualify for Medicaid. Guys, that happens when people move into nursing homes. Let me clarify for everybody. When you're in a nursing home and the insurance is paying for it, that is that is short term. When it runs out, you have to pay for your own things out of pocket. They start charging you after 30 days for soap, for just basic toilet paper, for shampoo and those kind of deals. And if there is a, let's say there, for example, there is a and there is a place to get your hair cut in the facility, right? Well, that's out of pocket also. You pay for that separately. So you get, your family gets so much, gives you so much to spend when you're in there for 30 days. After that, after the insurance runs out, like I said, you end up paying out of pocket for things. Okay. Three. This is the misconception first, guys. You won't need long-term care. Example, Linda, 66, is active and healthy. She dismiss she dismisses long-term care planning at 74. She's diagnosed with Parkinson's and needs daily help with mobility and hygiene. Her lack of preparation leaves her dependent on family and scrambling for resources. Guys, when you are diagnosed with a certain disability, it's it's really crucial that you plan ahead for those things if you have time to do so. It's very important that those are in place for people. Now, I get the fact that sometimes people come out of facilities with extra things to add to their life, like for instance, walkers, canes, wheelchairs. I've seen where people go into the hospitals in one piece, and for some reason they come home having to use mobility aids for some reason. So, that happens. And then what you do is you ask for somebody, you ask an agency who handles um, nursing home transitions. If you are able to go back home, but you need some modifications That's where that comes in, but you have to ask a agency who's willing to help you with that, for modification help. You have to ask for those kind of things. Okay, so we are at number 4, misconception. Number 4, nursing homes are the only option. Example, Ray J, 80, prefers staying at home, but believes nursing homes are inevitable. His family discovers adult daycare and home health aides, allowing him to age in place with dignity and community support options they never knew existed. Now, here's the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin is that if you have to have those kind of services when you go home, um, someone has to coach you on how to set those things up. There's where nursing home transition comes in to play. Like things that I used to do, I'd have to go in and see clients before they transition home. I'd have to see what they need. You'd have to see them every week to see how their life functions first. Okay? That makes a big difference on how you set things up for them in life. All right. Okay, number 5, misconception. It's too expensive to plan for. Okay, here's an example, folks. Tanya, 55, avoids long term care planning, thinking it's unaffordable. A financial advisor shows her hybrid life insurance policies and Medicaid planning strategies that fit her budget. Early action. Like I said, if you have the time to plan for that, the best option is to do that early in life. Okay. Um, okay, we're at number 6 now. Misconception number 6. Long-term care insurance isn't worth it. Okay, here's your example. Example, George, age 60, buys a policy that allows his wife to be paid as his caregiver when he develops ALS. At 68, the policy covers home modifications and compensates his wife, preserving their finances and honoring his wishes to stay at home. Okay, then you have the bottom piece here. Would you like to build a participatory kit that helps communities navigate these misconceptions with culturally tailored examples and planning strategies? We could. Now, guys, what I'm reading is my extra notes that I put on these presentations. So, give me a minute. Okay, even integrate caregiver support maps and digital outreach templates. Uh, guide something actionable. Uh, guide something actionable and equity centered. Here's a curated list of trusted resources to support long-term care planning, tailored to both individual and community level needs. Okay, I put some resources here for y'all. I'm going to read those now for you. Okay, National Care Planning Council, which their site is NCPC. Okay, offers a comprehensive directory of services, including elder law, estate planning, and Medicaid guidance. Care managers, home care, assisted living, and hospice is what they all have on that site for everybody to use to plan for. Okay, that's one. In my writing, in my notes, I have a couple of resources. So give me a couple minutes, please. Veterans benefits and state specific planning councils. So, yeah, people can ask if it's a vet asking to get out of a facility, Veterans Affairs can help him set that up if needed. Okay. Then the second option is LTC News. Explore. Here's the site. Okay. Explore LTC News resources. Provides tools and insights such as cost of care calculators and facility locators. Those are nice for folks. Um, let's see. Guides to nursing homes, assisted living, or in memory care if needed, also, guys. That's for resource 2. Resource 3 for them is reviews of long term care insurance options. Okay, they have those listed also on their site. Here's your resource articles. Articles on aging in place, dementia care, and caregiver support. Those are on their site also. So there's another resource for y'all. Okay. Now here's what AARP offers. Long-term care hub. Their site is access AARP's planning tools for long-term care. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a list of what that entails also. So give me a minute. Ideal for proactive planning and family conversations. Here's what AARP's hub gives you. Okay, I'm going to give you the list now. Long-term care cost calculator, home fit guide for aging in place. Home fit guide gives you what you need for home modifications. Okay. Financial workbook for caregivers, webinars, and guideline or guides on Medicare, Medicaid, and advanced directives. Those things are on AARP's site for seniors that want to stay at home. Okay, so here we go with the rest of it. Would you like to co-create culturally responsive planning toolkits that integrates these resources with caregiver mapping, digital outreach, and holistic health? All right, next page. Strategies. We could tailor it for diverse aging populations and community engagement. Creating a personalized care plan involves Aligning medical, emotional, financial, and cultural needs into a cohesive strategy. Here's a step by step framework tailored to your holistic and equality centered approach. Okay, here's another option for y'all. One, assess needs and preferences, health status, chronic conditions, cognitive function and mobility, sensory impairments, daily living skills. Daily living skills is like ADLs, um, showering, bathing, dressing, meal prep. You know those things. They states come in and assess you as to how much you need for care. So thought I'd put those in today's presentation for you all. Okay. Then you've got under that you've got cultural values, language, traditions, caregiving norms, dietary preferences. Okay, then you've got living environments. This is where safety comes into play. Also, this is where people should put their think about putting grab bars and things. So we're going to go through that now. Safety, accessibility, and social connectedness. Okay, step 2, engage stakeholders, family members, family and caregivers, include them in planning conversations, community partners, faith groups, cultural organizations, and senior centers. Care team, primary care specialists, social workers, and care managers. Step 3, map resources and supports. Use trusted tools like these from the National Care Planning Council and AARP. To identify local services, home care, adult day programs, transportation. Okay. Explore financial option, Medicaid, insurance, veterans benefits. Those things also matter. Access caregiver support and respite programs. 4, integrate holistic health practices. Okay, here you go. Holistic health practices, nutrition, tailored food literacy and gut health strategies, mind and body, meditation, movement, culturally resonant wellness practices, mental health, positive psychology, social engagement, memory friendly design. Okay. Step 5, design the care plan. Goals, short and long term. Health and quality of life outcomes. Schedule daily routines, appointments, social activities, roles. Who does what? Family professionals or volunteers. Okay. Then you have to do an emergency plan for you to, have those in place also. So I'm going to explain that now. Emergency contacts, medical information, directives, and backup care. Okay. 6, monitor and adapt. Regular check-ins with care team and family. You do those so that if you need to add or change things around for your care, so that you can all sit down as a group and do so. Update plan based on changes needed or preferences. Okay. If you are the client and you're setting things up for yourself, you have to voice what you want. You have to set that up on a piece of paper and go over it with your care team. People that are taking care of you, you have to voice your preferences. Okay, then would you like to co-create a customizable care plan template that integrates participatory design, caregiver mapping, and culturally responsive supports? I can help you build one tailored for diverse aging populations to assess long-term care needs effectively. Here are some standout resources and tools drawn from the document you're viewing. Okay, here you go, guys. National Care Planning Council. These folks have templates online that you can use. Okay. Best for comprehensive service directories and planning guides. Resources include elder law and Medicaid planning support, care managers, hospice, and assisted living locators, veterans benefits and state specific councils, educational books, workshops for families and professionals. 2 is LTC News, best for cost analysis and facility comparisons. Tools offered, cost of care calculators. All right. Facility locators for nursing homes, assisted living, and memory care. Reviews on long-term care insurance. Articles on dementia care, aging in place, and caregiver supports. AARP Long-Term Care Hub, best for family-centered planning and home safety. Key tools: long-term care calculator, a home fit guide for aging in place, financial workbook for caregivers, webinars on Medicare, Medicaid, and advanced directives. Would you like help adapting these tools into a participatory assessment framework, one that integrates culturally responsiveness, caregiver mapping, and holistic health indicators? I can help you build a customizable template for community use. Okay, guys, so that is A for you. Sort of a FYI show today for A. Hope this helps somebody who's in the process of setting care up for themselves. Um, it's cheaper than a facility to live in an apartment building or in your house with attendant care. That's cheaper. In the long run. For with that being said, I'll be back on with B shortly. See everybody for B in a little bit. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.